Abusia eye judge your friend during the attack odi maami Akosua Serwaa Odo Bronii e case no ho aba asema abusia enye asemketua case na nka obi anim se maami Akosua Serwaa e case enso ewie echirenu na judge etimi e declare win e di ama Odo Bronii eno na social media no so na manfo binom entiase e ka se judge wajiska ana wetima declare case no edi ama Odo Bronii na busia enne ye da sorry ye Chief Justice Ahaban tende edi krata ten abetu media no so say eye judge during the attack no onfre eye case no foforo afen so no onsamna wontim emechirum de ntia wotimi declare win edi ma Odo Bronii na busia yenkwai na yenkotie emu enchiremu enfamra masra say aha Sound God TV. Subscribe, like it. The Java Jonchere. A Tobusian Camo, and Kuti Ebi, Emfa, Emra.
And your KB patch, hold on. Your Casa, why KB Casa? With your call you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, after the ruling was passed, a whole lot now people have been saying about the lawyer who represented Akosua. And so many people are saying, I think, or no, na what technicalities be, it has become a loophole, and the judge capitalized on that loophole to pass that judgment. Now, deliberating on it. And that act now, the 1975, I think, is it Evidence Act or whatever? No, I think there were sections. One where you have to pass the evidence through the Ghanaian embassy or whatever for certification. And then there is another clause. It says you don't even need to go there, but that evidence now you are presenting must be admissible. And that is the way they first looked at the first two, and they saw it wasn't possible looking at the time frame now. Judge in the person or the eternal case in the sono. So they decided then better the last one, but rather we will go and then bring somebody from the German embassy or beba abichirichirimu about the German certificate, And the judge said it's not important, it's okay. I mean, I can see what the Abbasi say. So they say. And I think the only thing that lawyer Kusi maybe should have done then was, to insist, saying, even though you are saying or to put on record, say you are the one that is saying we shouldn't bring this person. Ain't it? So it means what the idea na they action. So what I say. Then later the judge comes back to say because idea no krano deeper mienu na yehum so more sign and mobile no omumi no be asing the change dey anything. It means a kind of you be na intricacy be na open what the year which means already you have taken an entrenched position ewo asemi mu dada. It be sremu a mo amutie a mo de blame no ma lawyer Kusi no. It is not like that. So what I say onim de so they sit down and they read all these things. So they go through a whole lot of cases. The judge even made a reference about one case, which it has nothing to even do with this case to pass that judgment. And all these things are evidence for the appeal. I know, in the end, and Mr. Ola, thank you. You are doing a very good job. God bless you. You stand for the truth. You stand for the truth. Do not be intimidated by anybody. That is what the masses are saying. God bless you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, AB. Pacho AB, over to me, Akasa. Why is here?
Ola, I listened to your submission last time. You had a brilliant submission. Pacho, if you any influence, you can but influence on a but say, man, they depend on obeying the interview. Ola, you and I know, say, the forces behind Odo Bronii on this particular issue, they are very powerful in our society. Fairly, I know who is coming on Monday. Intimacy show. But more than I said that protection. But when you drop what you Nti Mr. Wa Bomodina protection kakrabi emrem. You and I know the forces behind Odo Bronii or influences our decisions we are echoes. I believe you might have received 1 or 2 calls. I'm quite sure about that. Nti Mr. Bomodi ne protected the Obama and any class of betum at any betum. And I'm only Friday about this because it will come up in a few months' time. Mummy can say, one a beche that the Lumba estate no. Now they are representing one party of this the whole issue. And I'm empty the only paper, made myself with one of the sea animation.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Obviously, may announce any panel, maybe. However,
Amasika. Amasika Fucho.
don't worry.
Hello, good evening. I was your appointment.
Good evening.
Brother Ola, good evening.
Good evening.
You've really proved to us, say, you are an archangel, a very strong one standing up for the truth. Nyami sure.
Oh,
You
sure,
guys
sir.
don't have much to say, but who someone like that, no, this is the guy that I have to try and get up there. To my answer, is Zacchaeus. What's it about from? I'm sure and strong has said me, yeah,
That's
Juma. And I was a member, that member can't say, Nyamisha. You've really
that's
stood up for the truth, and I pray, Sarah, de Bekoso. Now, one more kukudro. Now, what yet me up, Edinkunim, to save the institution called marriage. And yes, at the Ghana, we are doomed. I'm saying the second submission here, Sister Ames, Queen Ames, Yamisha Mopa, it's been a very hard battle, but minim say, against all odds, you guys are still fighting and we are still thriving. Say, the truth will prevail, justice will prevail. Ti yempa ebo nyina ne say, Erade enhye ye maame den. No hu say, said no would feel so we need dofo a Kristo nti ɔwɔ adɔfoɔ paa. Ebi yɛ ne mma, ebi yɛ onuanom mmarima ne mmaa. In fact, and for instance, I've gone on some platforms a mmarima bi are standing up for the truth a medi ho akora na ɛka sɛ ɛboro maa adwene so. She is indeed a hero. Now, my last submission is say, a woman say yɛn nyinaa yɛyɛ adwuma pa to find justice for our mother and our sister and what have you. And say, Bontam cry, yamie ya no anka ne kokoro mu asɛm a ɔmo nhunu. It is
okay.
meant to say, the legal wife, in as much as ye good platform is to be bring, no biana, obi besie. Yes, it's in your boyfriend, your pen watching, taking ends. So obi will be beer, with the next step that we are about to take. Yeah, but say, it will be a good idea not to share on this platform because we don't know who the enemy is. And the message say, yeah, Papa say we are all fighting towards the same thing there. Then bibi wo hɔ a yɛmfa kakra na yɛakamfo a wɔn ne yɛ ko a wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn say institution called marriage no wɔn anya nyinasoɔ and wɔn ante deɛ yɛ next step na wɔn so finding ways and means to counter us. Apart from that, we're doing a good job. Ola Nyamisha. The next generation, one day Abna More has some more nearby wedding. That's
The
the
next
only
two
thing I want to
generation.
say. Nyamisha.
Oh, sure, also. Oh, sure, also.
Thank you. Max baby.
Yeah.
Pacho.
Me born check kakra. Mom, say the higher me watch us. So
Okay.
ola gift ni swa. Ola gift ni swa. Wa send adage o. O so by sanka wa choko one side ye nyoma. Ba what anom gift ni swa.
Ede no ma. Ede no
Until
ma.
last year for flowers the flowers. Money Ghana lion ade. Flowers the man koda. Until last so. Gift ni swa. Ẹnu ọba rẹ 38 ọdọ asọ ọba 44 ẹnyẹ ọsọ ọna bẹ 80,000 kora muntu mu so madam ase.
That's Max. Lucy Leo.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Yeah,
Good evening, no.
yeah. Patrol me, well, just a little submission. I feel like And this submission, I think, goes to Daddy Lumbe's legal team. I think there's one aspect that they are maybe missing intentionally or not. You know, if you have a client and the client had a legal marriage and it's been brought up, say, the legal marriage was still valid while he was with another woman, I feel like as a good legal team, the first thing would have been to, you know, protect your clients, find out why the client still kept that marriage.
Missy, yeah, on any brain, I can't on the side, and Uncle be our papa just for saying.
Yes, because in Ghana, we have a lot of polygamous homes, right? But if you look at, because personally, I've spoken to a few men that are, you know, in polygamy years ago. But then, more called the extent of legalizing one marriage, you know, they have a reason. They are not always crazy, okay? Or they don't always not know what they are doing. Because someone saw baby on it, maybe on it in baby you know, he's still with all of them. But then out of the blue, he would stick to one and decide to marry the person as a missus. And most of the time, there is a reason. Now, some people that I've spoken to in such situations always say, "Ebi ambani ninano, ebi awe na minim se minni hwa, obehwe me be nyina ama me, na obehwe me fie ye, obekra me estate ye, obe fair to everyone, despite, you know, ebi ania media ye no, ya obi amede din or whatever, you know." And I feel like there's an angle that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. Why did Daddy Lumba refuse or did not proceed to ask for a divorce? He could have easily done that and we won't be in this conversation at all. I know a lot of people are trying to say, you know, it's because he didn't want to split property and whatnot. I don't think that's the case. I may be wrong, but there's another angle we should look at. He knows the women that he ended up having kids with. And he knows, say, he wants all of them to be settled. And you know, he knows the nature, like how the people are. And onim say be away, maybe nyamasha ni nsima, ebi ana onhwe nya enye dia, you know, the kids that are not his or whatever. But he knows Mama Akosua, and he knows say be the way Mama Minisitiano, with all that she's endured over the years, she's probably the best out of the women to handle his estate properly and be fair to everyone, especially his kids. Because what we need to realize is all the kids are legal, all the kids are legitimate. You know, so this is just my little submission, and that's another angle I want Ghanaians to look at this from, especially those that claim they are fighting for Daddy Lumba. You know, sometimes we should wonder why he did that. He was, Oyebema, if you listen to his songs, he's not someone that is as an Adrimoha, you know. I'm sure he's considered his life. He knows he'll die one day.
Sorry, Lucio, I had to drop you because time is up.
I think Kitu Ebi, I think I've mentioned that in one of my, you know, monologues, you know, asking the same question. Why say Mose Oba no de krata ba so be so jaware iti yenhwe na yen sum no kwa adena Daddy Lumba nje sakrata na to no anhwe so enja na ware no if he could. Aden wanye. That's the question I've asked. Wanye because he also knew Obano as emphasis dia when you through Obano ne mwa Obano chrono abuano na brabo men the conscience cry man kwan say onja na ware. So yeah, her comment is something that we've all said before. Thank you.
Nana Opoku Daban. Nana Opoku Daban. Okay, Serwaa, you can go ahead. Why?
Good evening, Abusiafo. Olanyamisha opa because case is starting ye me dear me social media person but me dear na mama Serwaa me bompa yet nyankopon hye because yasa woni be ma be bra ye mofra afi ne yesiso ayeba but ye hu sani abrabo ne sitie abroche tsena ne mofra tete me de ye ba akopɛ wo krom ha na amane a me femu no nye obi mpo no wasomi mu na mofra miensa ye je o megu so na jaja oye oba besi atimi bisa say what etimi ka say we desert your husband for 17 years not thinking about the fact that otik abroche ho no mmɔfra mmiɛnsa gu so a wɔtetie wɔn. Bɛrima no ne to sɛ ɔbɛpa ayarehwɛ. Ghana, obi ayare a ɔba abrokyire abɛpa ayarehwɛ. Nanso bɛrima no to sɛ ɔba abɛpa ayarehwɛ. Aba abɛfa ɔbaa esu kɔ no mu a sɛbi ɔne wɔyɛ mba. Asɛm na ase fem na yɛnim sɛdeɛ ne ka ne bɛkɔ akɔwie na. Yɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛ at the end of the day no kware bɛdi hene. Because me a mete he asɛm na ɛyɛ me ya paa me ne me kunu. Wei so ha na wei aso ha yɛtwe ne sɛ ayi no. Enso mpaeɛ a ne yɛbɔ sɛ Nyankopɔn bɛhu maame ne mmɔbɔ na asɛm na wie ka na nokorɛ ada adi. Because ahomete. Nyame nhyira mo paa sɛ da mo de mo ne eka nokorɛ no. Because nye nipa nyinaa na betumi ayɛ sa. Ɔmo te intentan yi so ntro ne nsɛm a ɔmo nim nko a na ɔmo bro egu media yi so. But mo a mo etu mo ho asi wɔ sɛ mo bɛka nokorɛ no Nyame nhyira mo na mo nkɔ so anka nokorɛ. Yɛn so low key yɛ de support na time mo chi. Nyame nhyira mo bebree me da mo ase.
So in more, I think one of the things we should always try to remind people on is that, you see, this consistent propaganda of saying say ono oba eireno and a deserting awarieno. I have done it twice for people to think about it. And I think it's something that we can all, use to defend that part. Say, Sebi, Obani Bema Wari or Germany. And he found a matrimonial home and Germany. About yes, sir. It is a Awari or Germany, ye matrimonial home or Germany. Nasa Bema Nefri matrimonial home or Manfu Frosoa, Ako Waria. Who deserted who? In Bema ne deserted Awari.
Exactly.
So I have still not been able to comprehend why people will still go ahead and say, and we're deserted Bemano, and Beman by when Nina Chiama. Really? Oh, Nina. Anyway, Nina Chimra, but me, my search we say, based on even on what dance did you from Goodino Court nature, say 2010, I must say Beman ba Ghana. That's a Musu Odo Bronii 2010, and there's a Nya Arabian or Ghana. And Kitwa de binti no buy based on asemo mo akan eto bi obi asemo obeka no atwa ho de aye adanse etiri no so obi antimi nkonko gina en kan kire se sebi ne ire desert no da bi on a desert oba no because no oba be ware nipa foforo se mo so ware no mo na mo sie and I was ware in 2010. So I think these are some of the things we can also use to talk to people and then let them stop this whole negative propaganda na be boa me da se.
Okay, Pacho, that's it. Shina is in Pacho 1 minute. Yes, Remo. Mama empower tap na yeah share. Na yon koso and gift in Pacho. Yeah, guess in the time ni santi. Shina is wadara my your time and no 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah, the time ni fine. Pamto mommy empower tap na yeah share. One more request chair no mudi na drop in Pacho mon san request bi me empeki mon fan chair ni nipa also. Nipa ne do so one but over 1 minute here drop pro mema abun fun ti sa obun fun ti me nkobi nti ba na de bita o question na if be say we na we kwana time ne so a ye be drop into me so o ya ma
Okay, Debsy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'll wait to maybe start.
Good evening. Bibiaboko.
Good evening.
Okay, so many dear how Ghana for no omofa asem no sen kwan be so na Ghanaians no again abuche for no movie ati ase na Ghanaians no so e na afin Ghana for no so e na afin so me bisa se ebe affect o share judgment e ba e na ebetumi affect your traditional marriage and ordinance no and afin so your culture na efa the way omusi ejeje eruli asem no wo ni say tani ama mi nse we ebetumi affect future nkola no in the nearby future na
said no me kaya I'm say not lawyer back on so editor so no ruling be say no abeye emra I just will be contested abeye mrada and as abeye susudua. That's the best way to say it. Say also call a court if you are the lower court and I say even the same level court with similar issue judge would also want to refer in the same way as this judge referred, that judge will also want to refer to this case to make a ruling. Ade aye also who case we want to say semene
Ola,
obi
hold on. Sorry, Minchawano. Akoto Nashmi. Me pacha omo ma bahadada na mama form. Ye wa bahadada. Mama form because go bebre wo hom person mo bisa questions. Why?
Class o picking men picking no cry. You know that
Okay.
form
Yes,
for no.
omo mo ase na mo bisa omo nyom bisa questions we are then me pick you omo ma baso like omo baso that na some more questions. No what you say? Cause go bebre wo questions bisa. She say wa badada dey I mean to me sign pick you will be
Of course.
about you making to us.
Alright, sorry.
Okay, so idea back when you say one, say judge na me achi say me person me worry oba. I don't even need to waste money. You can say me go try train se bi ane ade. One of the means I made media nyane easy. Yen twempena. Ote me nche. Ya hand da yin eti na ba kum. Ya wo ba kum yenu miensa. Ye pia amanfo frɛ o wife on ye me wife ni o me wife ni o na me sa wo ba bi enso bi a ewo Kumase ono so tem bi a mekɔ am ne nkyɛn bi a for some time no bi a ye fa sɛ me ye adwuma Kumase so na me do ono so kyerɛ me wife wife wu sɛ me man so ye pesa de no ye shares adofo wife na ebia obi ye wedding amanfo ye program ye twa ntoma program no ntoma o na ye mienu ahye bi de kɔ. The judge nature say with all these things, when we do this, it can also be said, mawari mani minu. Abra abusuan tenase. Abra mean tia ni trinsa. All I need to do is to make sure say mene sa embai biano I coexist for 6 months going. 6 months going. It is very problematic. It will affect the future generation. So we should be careful.
I hope he has answered your question, sweetie. Thank you. Oba. No, I think Kofi K. Sorry, Kofi K.
Okay.
Michiamu nyina wala nyamisha antwa this year. Who make it antwa for? Yeah, that's good. Ola. Me the main thing say people keep saying all the time, even when you were on the platform the other day, say mamia Akosua and a do no court. Emma fatin eba be yi na no eka che say omuti fra busua peni na no ema che busua peni sa banana no ora misra wa medenya medi mpacho obetimi address say issue we na tonkofo atrim say enye maami Akosua no sorry odin omu call court. On every platform that you go people keep saying this thing which I don't get it. Into ola mpacho I help it me clear amami na matia say maami Akosua na edu omu call court and say Omune di kan etro select and mama me Akosua reply omu call court.
Okay. Inia.
Yeah.
It's a Makanda dano. Say ye din koma yen share what is the core subject.
Yeah.
The core subject of a question here court. Say court dear mama Akosua na do call court. That is the truth. Because you are talking about when they do why call court. Obi anko court until Mami Akosua do call court. Now, dear the man they do call court. Nimtia ye de krata bi babon ti bebu no. Nimtia no so gina so epese kire say ne bre ne nisu ene ne fifre for all these years no. Eni nyina so bia biem because yes wonya yire. Pacho, this is the core subject. It is a ubika se Mami Akosua na de ebusuan no ne Priscilla call quarter. It is the truth. But she did that to be sure or to cement the fact that onyo obi a yejano yenjano enyina so bia ni baby e chese yejana ware. That is why she went to court. It's they made me actually no wadaroma.
Thank you, La. Oba, I feel obet me akasa why.
Bachoyo, medasi bebre. Androla.
Yes, ma'am.
So di kan Nyankopon onhira bebre. Nyankopon
Amen. No
hira.
sure.
Na etosum yenu Patron can perceive bisa say dia Akosua Mama Akosua Serwaa ebetimi elusi niema oni da de lumba ye no se de omo ye yi na me aduma Saturday yi se ankoba se asem ye ntimi enwi anso ma ye yi na ebe affect ma me no ewo ne niema abrabo ne da de lumba bebo ya na na etoso mienu mpese bis oba online aya me hu ma check YouTube sam ntimi ntimi hu program because me ni Ghana na metie radio station but your number say how come meet me hu so oba online
Wada my non despite media, you know, the same platform. So Peace FM, bohu say Peace FM is live YouTube, OKFM, Neat FM, UTV. Then I won't say let's say, or then you just select Neat FM. Then if that's what you want to listen to, why? Now the first question as to whether Obe lose to be you see, so Bema Naso well na edia yemfa ne se wo yemu mienu odika ware baako ansa na obe ware ketwa no na ejapade bebre bi wo a woni yire a di kan na yeye nemum ne we no no wa were se ejapade na ma na yire otoso mienu ye no yire odi kan betimi a contest we no ama nyina so nti o contest we no se ejapade we me ne be ma ne na ye misika wom oba na ode ama ne kaprenim court betimi agina so age ama no. There is no way Mami Akosua be losing no ma oni lumba ye. Enempo se o really no ma no ni ye japade oni ni ye ni bimpo e de ma obi bia obetimi a contest those that part of the real no. And I'm sure say any reasonable court will see sense in giving them back to her.
Thank you. L boy.
Yes, no. What you mean, ka?
It's on. I wait to maybe start question boy.
Okay. Ola, media no. And share that your question, a contribution. First of all, there's been a narrative behind their tour. Ya chichire their tour say, Papa no Efie ho ebe son ho yare, which is not true. Me no kasefi abroche. Okay. What I know ni say, Lumba, yes, son in Nyoma. Ego plastic bag mo. Your friend bin bags wa. Eto fam pumam epamono because niye agent say obo edwamaya na oye masem. Eno pamono. Emma promo ha no ye pamo si abonten sa very difficult for you not to think of also. Eno decide say obeko fie. That is the main reason here papa no eko fie.
Okay, that is what you know. I don't have I'm not privy to this fact, so yeah, Yate.
Thank you. Sweetness. Hey, sweetness.
Yeah. Good evening, good afternoon. Me pachola what to say?
Me pacho nyamiadum.
Me pacho me ba in concerning the passport issue no. On say Lumba a citizen ain't nan qualified. And Lumba ntimi mfa na emfa enkwala no bimpoma address enye man kwala na abra one Maami Akosua Serwaa the same address so address na Lumba te so na ehwo ne wo so dey. And now this come the issue see Lumba ni ho enkwala no document ni wu a address na Maami Akosua na te so Odo Bronii ntimi enye man because onti Europe on the address and so the only person who beats me in as a witness to renew the passport is Maami Akosua.
Okay.
Yet we use the address to make everything.
Okay.
It's only Maami Akosua. Bimpoma krenti menye. It's only Maami Akosua can do that. Enti adie na all yen even ketwa no krano. Sebeye ye krana it still can be on Maami Akosua because oye ne yiri onu ne betimi agina mu se oye ne kunu.
Okay.
So me catch you say 1 minute. Me pamocho Ya catch your mother that say mo ba mo man some ntia. Cause requests ni dos. Yes, Remo. Why? Yes, Remo pa.
Lady, I want to come in here for a minute. Guy now or car asem now or kana or draw a time so yen and you'll say yes, sir. Daddy lumba nyama go bag one. Me pacho get your facts right. Maybe I'll take conversation with Biano. I believe Seni Pano cut and join no yen. He knows who went through that, not Daddy lumba. Into me show. That's a no correct. Me pacho get your facts right. Me that's it.
You Nash. Pachola open now open can be I'm Lady
No, no,
Nikas.
no. But I think I'm done.
Then
The next person's zone was
Desiree,
the
hold on.
contribution.
It's Lady Love, right? Lady Love.
Yes, I have a question. Thank you very much.
Mebao, Lady Love and Drew was so a nanajwa or honomache and son of
Mama the time they real. Mama the time.
Nanajwa or
Nanajwa,
okay.
where is Nanajwa? There is no Nanajwa here.
Or all the way down. Nana Walker, sorry.
I'm on a timer now.
There be Lady Love for once I walk harbor.
Okay.
Okay, mama nkasa. Lady Love kasa why?
Repacho, a crime person na yebetimi aye. Na your certificate na wa broche the bagana. Betcha your system yebetimi aye a process no. On say your certificate ni fi aha abroche bagana. They dem say was say go through this channel. No be antimi nyane de no. Na dachi bi no. Enko ba say ye be ye twema mentwe na enko fa ha na enko fa ha. And my second question, so yeah, asam na judge na di ama abayo no. Say no, almost a appeal na different in sama. How would that judge feel about that decision now take here no? No, that's it.
And how she will feel there in your mono, I said. And the issue with documentation, like I keep saying, are there minimum no mean to minka? I don't know. I don't work with those agencies. But if it's something you want me to follow up for you, then maybe I just say
Documentation bagana no mujituma.
on Sunday
Probia was no do have Ghana embassy wo
so you are helping.
Nti no wo de befa kro no embassy no so akọ Ghana embassy wo de bekọ Ghana embassy na wo bibia wo no. Ti say me say me wo US say me pese me documentation eba Ghana. Me de befa Ghana embassy e wo Washington. They will verify it. No verify we are. Some be send ya mamia. They will send it back to my address. Some from Bremia, omo de bekọ Ghana embassy e wo Ghana. Because they are affiliates. They are together. They will send it there. And when it gets to Ghana embassy in Ghana now, they will authenticate it. So now everything is done. Until no question me ya no ama. But me pacho one me pese me card there back. Say me ya calculations me who say no question lumba for girl no wa bra over 15 years yeah. Then he doesn't need a state burial because we don't need a pedophile as to hold a state burial for him. On here, a say a state burial. You can't give a state burial to a pedophile.
We will need hard evidence in respect to Urbano birth certificate in order to be able to contest that position. I said it yesterday and I'm repeating it today.
Munya ne birth certificate ne passport no age passport age grade yetimi so yetimi di bika ho nti eno grade ho hia birth cert no na the most important thing munya ne birth cert na they can do whatever analysis they have there no more who say anti there could be a reason nti na ne maame ne papa ne nyina they were covering up for a rape case. Some person would dey saying be tono so there could be something there. Miss Anna mema drink a chem. Say bibi wo be wo ho. Enti na omo kata so a omo ma one girl ne tonight. I know say Mami Sawa will be aware of it. She is aware of it because there is nothing that will go on. Mini mi kunuti. No be bibi na mini. And then kind of sembesi o. Na minja mo na munya moduma. Queen Emma Nyamisha why and I will answer.
Sorry, that's pa. Mpacho be who say obi atro say ola and send it man in the momo number. Sika no bet me aseni ama nash me. Nash me be transfer ma ola. Why ye pa mucho because of security reasons inti. Mo be to me the sika no ama Nash me. Nash me pato to me abobo o. Momo number no na nipa na send there. Because e be na any cell phone number. What you say?
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
Mate.
Nashmi mpacho. Se
Okay.
sika ne besi so emfra sika na ye jeje ne nso.
Nipa ni use Oladin as reference.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Desiree.
Kana masa wo sisi bi.
Desiree, pacho be to me akasa why?
Nashmi omo so omo hia number no hu ko bisi pin number bi.
First
Pacho,
plan.
Pacho, Chimenka.
Pacho. Asa.
Pinema, good evening, Mr. La, good evening. We dey na
Good
third
evening.
person na o see ye no. Ne dey na no ka about nkwara ne passport no. Na me so me wo Germany for be 17 years nti ase. Me wo ho eyi kakra say. Me Akosua Serwaa betimi aboa nkwara no ade onya death certificate no from Ghana. So omo di phone ni tra Ghana ho dia. Ade onya death certificate obetimi bɛpena ama no deɛ a na deɛ ɔde ato ne amɛ dɔn so no kyɛ sɛ ɔde akɔ beware de na ɔma taking on na mesɛ ola yi mepatwɔ asɛ nneɛma yɛ slow bi sei mehu sɛ bebree nkurɔfoɔ bebree no a ɔmo abie platforms a
Okay, Ebusian for me pacho mobile money number ne 0555
Can you stop this mobile money
089
thing?
Hold
287.
on, I mean type it what down. And I'll bet you na my copy na my repost this why?
Nimpo and type
Yeah.
impo
Yeah,
here.
na fa di ni nyina aka ho.
Oh, abusuafo
Emma,
me
ne
pa
me
de
pacho
aya
pini number ne
me
mame.
si esi form aya mo nhwe comment section amanfo pe ola number but omo so mo pe omomo number no me pa bebre a comment here.
Ano na make one asa me see omo send this kind man Nashmi, na Nashmi send
Okay.
ma no. What you say?
Okay, me pa
I think
che
so for
yentino.
security reasons inti.
Yeah. Me tine da se pant. Aya mo nhwe ase omo ma ba
Okay,
abusuafo.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Floor
Pacho, me be say baby kakra na
floor
mercy
to
right.
floor. Pachoma line by line Mr. Remo.
Okay.
Yanya
Yes,
ne
I'm a bit
sa
in so
ehe.
sad auntie.
Mekyia wo
Floor to floor
bibia.
we are now wakasa why born to win. Pacho.
Pacho, good evening. Me pacho la nyame nhyira powerful no kore na ebusuafo nyame nhyira mo nyina. Me question ne say, ye nyina like omama yeti asese that the Lumba ekita German citizen. Na yire nso ye citizen. Na de menim o German mra ne say ukunu wu a oyire ene mma ene sie efunu. Enti se see that the Lumba ewu ada Ghana no. Bibia ni wo say Madam Akosua Serwaa betumi akofa efunu na free Ghana ba na sa tobe with ebusua panyin ni nyina so betwa.
Me pacho on me fano putu musa. It has to go through processes and it's not an easy process.
Okay.
But if to say petition na around, if it gets to the German consulate, na German Ahaban wants to step in, then they can decide, say, okay, so the person is a German citizen, so we want to take our citizen back because the citizen's family need the body to be buried in Germany. But this is where it gets tricky. Okay, ruling now, there's an issue about domicile of choice and domicile of origin or something. Daddy Lumba decided to be a German citizen by choice, but at a point, he also chose to be a Ghanaian. He also chose to be domiciled in Ghana, which makes him more like he's more Ghanaian now, but on paper, he's a German. It will create a very dilly-dallying situation where it has to be contested and very, very contested. It may sure say, Mami Akosiamo, they don't want to, be devil themselves with all these complications for now. Imagine say the dad Lumba body call Germany Akwakosi. Unma tamfo anko benya no Ghana. En ka hemfo ni a titrufo bebre na akra ne nya adwene. Patriot say it's a honor is a very big issue that I think we shouldn't worry ahead about it now. If it's possible.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Born to win. Sisi, I'll be to me. I be a question. Why?
Mpacho sis medase. Ola edase pa. Mpacho me question na me bisa ne say. Sisi ano se oba ebi ame me ware na me ne bema no eja ya ware a. Eye me mabusuafo me oba no mabusuafo e na be gina mu a kire say ampa se bema we e ba afi e be ye me ho ade ana bema na busuafo ne be gina mu di adanse.
Okay, so the burden of proof is on the one who is making the case. To the or make a case there or person or prove bibi no or no ne baby this dancing. It is or banning the person who prove say ye waremia on our day or busia for the baby dear dancing say I am pie wareno na me wo to say there a see or court no.
Yeah.
So Brema no the person or a person who prove you also the dini pap busia for back say oh na me busia ni way as me see no bentin wo ho. So that is how it is. The burden of proof is on the one that has brought the case out.
Okay, thank you.
That's
Okay, thank you. Forever young.
Yeah.
No, actually, Nana, is it Nana Opon Opoku? Okay, forever young. Go back to me, Akasawai.
Okay. Patrick, good evening, Ola. I hope
good
so.
evening.
Media are really brief. Weekend in UTV, many shows Akosua, but we've been trying for the last 2 weeks to submit a letter to the to UTV to just request if the discussion of the Lumba and the Akosua is to be continued. Our request is they make it a balanced panel, and I said they try their most to ensure that they are in the middle when it comes to delivery of, I guess, commentary. This weekend, we want to submit a similar letter to Despite Media. Say, as team legal wise, we have ascertained that it's not leveled. It's not balanced. It seems to be one-sided. And I just want to request what's the best way for us to submit that letter, and do you think they will be effective?
Okay, so
you don't
this
have
is
to
it.
comment if it's going to be too difficult for you to, but yeah, if
This
you
is
can,
it.
it'll be great.
If I understood your question very well, first of all, I'll be on the show this weekend as usual. Even though I'm supposed to be in Kumasi for the walk exercise with Hello FM, that will be on Friday, which is a holiday. But I'll quickly finish the walk and return to Accra to be on the show. Secondly, the show is really not about Lumba. It's an entertainment show. But it just so happened that Lumba has become the most trending topic that seems to take the whole time. It is sending a letter for representation and equal representation, may not really be accepted by the bosses, being that, okay, see, yes, Lumba Sama, what's that representation for? Pachuati I say. So don't worry, I'll take it
Sure.
up and see if we can have that balance you are looking for by way of
Sorry, we know that they won't be able to stop that. We have no issues with them talking about Lumba. I think what we want is that balanced panel.
Okay.
And if they are going to invite certain people on the platform, they need to also invite others who also have a voice on the other side. Last week, I know there was a lot of people trying to call in to rectify some of the comments being made, and they weren't able to. And if possible, can we submit the letter through you? I don't know if that's going to be helpful, where you can give it to the right people. And I said we're happy to then email it to to whoever that needs to go to. But it's important for us to say it's a balanced panel, because we can see through the cracks. We can really see through the.
Okay, anytime, I'm sorry about that. So yes, move it to me and send a letter and through me, and I'll deliver it accordingly. Why? There's no problem with that. Thank you.
Me pacho a good year person back on one into I think.
Okay, Gina. A good year, but Gina. 1, Gina 2, Gina 3, Gina.
Yeah,
Okay.
pamucho. Hey, Nash me pacho. Me pamucho mo amo be gift you. Lampacho mo gift in the time na so awie. The time na so awie nti no. Wow, bibi apasa the gifting ni bi pamucho mo gifting answer na we freeze because he's almost done. It so be a question amount for time now you're thinking too much request in the also still and the time now is almost up to your share request a security lie on BB I am fan bobo no na or bed drop any moment from now.
Um K
Sorry, Patrick, me dropping
Kairis.
will be and I'm not in charge with the dropping
Kairis
now. It's on
TV.
a network.
Kairis TV.
Yeah,
Sorry,
hello.
I think it was your network. Sorry, why? Kairis TV.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, you can go ahead with your question.
Oh, Mr. Ola, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Patra Pomboko there.
Patra.
The Nyankopon say. Now, the maximum person can say Nyankopon on show. Na all who buy. Ewo, the old yen in a Mijidisa and Yemen Kwan and Men. Ubia Airshare, the Air Cosun in a Ghana force Airshare, 1 hour walk on two, including me myself as well. Ubia Airshare. Na mejidi se nyame emma ye nyina ebranya kwa nti mpamcho I don't know, I think the numbers now too much. Me personally from akuma me pese me ncho bibi nti me the best send omumomo number no and then they will give it to you personally for security reasons, as she said nintino. I think say it's not advisable so do the number betuja. Nti I want you to know say ye did ye wo ye nechi and ye be hope say obedi a chase a kopim say pepepe ye beba na me on show.
Oh, sure, so.
Thank you so much, Kairis. Thank you. Miss Ejewa, my Ejewa.
Yes, good evening.
Pacho, over to me with our
Yo,
question.
bravo.
Oh, sorry, me mute too by mistake, me Pacho, fetch me.
Oh, William Pacho, me follow up with the Forever Young kind. I know, say UTV program no more. It's not about that the Lumba, but that's the hardest topic in public right now. So
Yes.
I would suggest, say, I think they need to be very careful and put the appropriate people who can educate the public, who can educate the youth, marriage people, whoever, mistresses, whatever. They need to have a lawyer on the panel. They need to have a marriage man, a marriage woman, a traditional man who can explain what traditional marriage means. And the host, they need to have proper subject matter expert on that panel. They cannot be putting people who are not married and have not experienced what this woman and these two women have gone through. They need to do it proper way. It have to be done proper way. We cannot have young people who have not. I don't even know what to say, but it needs to be well presented. It need to be, the panel need to be well presented. As one before or bar waja warrior, what was our same way be that. Any de see ye on the name ma or bema or bem or baby a show nida. While we are ne de see ye. Your mo pan no be a suya dear. Then you say bimo better when they just open their mouth and talk blah 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 like that. It's inappropriate. That is not telecommunication. That is not journalism, and that is not entertaining. That's very disrespectful. The way and manner they speak about this woman is so inappropriate. Mr. Media, no, me that say.
Thank you, Mejewa. Thank you very much. You better pick you back later. Why? Me person me pick your mom way in so na we are now feed them a pick. And maybe I'm Pacho why? Let me share. Next one. Pacho, a good day. Open so can be. Auntie, a good day.
Person can be
Pacho, yeah. Pacho, bless you. We are why?
Wait, Nashmi, what number now they call for mono? And could be so treasure one number for auntie people. We have to be mindful. So, more person
who with your name.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to screen
my
it.
MP, yeah. Me
to
put right in the
So
comment
I
section.
phone they freeze you. O si ni phone e freezing to me na me say type na okay na shme bobo na me type na me fa din nka ho.
And what we will do is instead of somebody sending a momo, I didn't know fan sending a lie on the way, and then
Any idea?
takes the whole thing.
Na ko no ayi. Ba un say no for TikTok di o mo share o.
K Rice TV K Rice, what they are contacting the host, Obama number because when I watch your first one and he contacts the host. I think that's some maybe kind of a year kind, but again, no, yes.
Say sika bi amama mi metime the number aba but ola number na emfa mana enye obi a na ni
me can ola number what's them na make an me say for different numbers
by good
so is it that's how
me metumi atro na me the number edin na ka ho preko se na ebe ya obi su betro for fra no so oboa what you say
okay
nti the na obo number na o the din e ka ho na afi dem a copy na me the ato ho with the name nti metro sa nti obi the for ba they would know so oboa.
Okay, that's fine. Ola, thank you so much for I say now, I mean we are so grateful. Marcus have been out there. It seems that most of my question has been answered, but also Obi Bisa say Anka Mama say what me befa a body they call your friend say Germany. Okay, say for time already she's been hated for a very long time. The time we now about befa kona na baby. Yeah, they a so 10 years ago. Shani kuna me year and feeling so anga still Ghana 4 time. Internet time they do be a he. You couldn't cross over and conform pay and the time de a be also. Into there we should get it off our mind. China the only few the beyond time and we can't change that. And again, that's the Ejewabe Kayan can no one can maybe say seriously, married people are being disrespected at UTV, which is not really nice. You name the reason why a panelist na there be a yemfa petition kota kranko fie the better to talk about marriage, which is so not nice in Timesro. Some betimi bibi afa ho at least the married people now things that when they come on the television we will understand them better than from a marriage and they want to talk about marriage issue, which is so disrespectful. So thank you very much and mercy for my mobile baby. That is the reason why I came. Hey, munya botre.
Last one, you over to me akasa.
Okay, boss, good evening. Nyankopon shop, make us a P. Namenyo kasi. Wakomode bisuzubia nyamenye mo better. Nyankopon bebe no nan besi bia onhia. Better aya ze papa. My text so since send in phone. But me here WhatsApp number. So I ko text so wo inbox. I me here number. I want to talk to you.
I'm there now responding to some of the messages. So I'm sure I'll see.
Okay,
I'm
good.
so sorry.
Okay, thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Nampocho UTV one myself. Eka hobby. Nampocho one phone call for papa. One program you very nice. No fit tifu. No one year juma no one year fair. Okay, first the name my grandma one was beautiful. Myself. Go for share. Aye, man is aye. That's it. I'm sure.
All right. That's
okay.
Yeah,
Good. Thank you.
First one. Ama Boediwa.
Hello, I'm here. Hello.
Hi.
Good evening.
Ask your question. Why?
You. Wait, let me change you. Good evening. Ola, that's I followed the program. It was very interesting. And question I mean, what Bisano? I think some of my questions have been asked already, but particularly me, I'm looking at it from this point. Say, Marcos, she's damned if she does. She's doomed if she doesn't. In terms of Sisiano, almost say on the 13th. If she decides because man enough time, or decides on back, could it affect the appeal? Because because one already the things that came out of that appeal judgment, desertion and all of that. Whereas I look at it that it's the other way around. It was that Eluba that deserted her. Into Sisiano made John who say okay, because it was opinion they're on radio saying and with this the counterpart for me thing. Oh,
Ebenezer na.
Ebenezer. I want to say you should come and apologize if she was. Whereas this is stated clearly in the judgment, said the both of them should do it. They are now going around purporting that she has to come and apologize.
They are sick.
Sorry. Nana. 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 Okay, bye.
I like
Dane.
the way you do it. Nana, if you're training one, just run by.
Hello, Mr. Ola.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, me patrol. Thank you for being here. The person me busa na me mama ni busa no. Say, mommy decided say onye kuna na. Would that affect her? Say onye yiri na. Me patrol no na person me busa.
Okay, so sene judge, a kind and sene the best church amamrem so kind of kuna both traditional and spiritual.
Okay.
It is for obi awawari bema chrono na onena atna adam sorry. There's the belief that there's this to say the Bible can the two shall become one. So kunano is traditionally believed to be a way to separate you from the dead. Pacho, that is what the understanding is. But you can decide, so you don't. It's more like a ritual. For some families, the ritual you go through, sure they say young girls no be nima, they will even want to be kuna. It is not a joke. So she can decide so on yet, but me, I will not advise that she doesn't do that. I think if say you be back to 13th now, I'll advise she does it to get it done with. The part in free or because originally as I starting in Amokaya, I mentioned that if not an MTI boo no na, me sure say unimsa krano and na nukunu no atwempena. I'm on that sorry for several years. So obviously unimsa krano be here some sort of separation from the man. It's in krano brand who say to say the omo maka ne ye won anim brand bre wo ho ase patch no nka akra ne brand ho ase am sure say we panyin ko de be hye na motom ne akọ no my whatever ritual they have to do to cleanse and separate themselves from the man, but sebi nkwada omumu ade nti say no ye nim panyin for na eko, so she can decide not to do it, but my honest opinion, I think she should do it. If say ye be baso say baso match no so I think she should still do it.
Thank you. Sarah.
Yes. Oh, finally.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ola,
Yes, ma'am.
Nyankopɔn hyira wo
Amen.
paa na menu dem pese meka ye UTV. They are losing their omo credibilities pa because of the way omo bias attacking mame no, and the host is also not helping. I'll be very honest with you, so disrespectful. And it's about time we say something. It's not fair. Said the way omo bashi attacking mame and yet if there is something that you can do about it, we'll be very happy. Because sebi in bimu wa omo bi omano ekasa guagua. Omo so no sha yen worry omo ye. That disrespect is too much. Na the way omo bo mama di. I mean, yen kanokre enya fair. Horse nesum wa at all. She's being biased. Yes, Remo. Yes, Remo.
Mama, run to us more.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Sir, if Mestre said, you can pass your comment about the way you show, no, but don't let it be too difficult for me. I beg you, Mr. I don't control our show. I'm an employee, and I just go and work and speak my honest truth. I do not have control over how it is done and how to change it. To Madaroma, if you bet me, I keep those parts away from me, Kakrana, Mr. Mo. Why, Mr. Mo?
Thank
Because
you.
it will not be fair. I can't talk about my colleagues on the show here. No, I can't do that. Now I won't do that. I'm not making any comment on that. I can't do that. You are free to pass your comments. You are free to show your maybe how unhappy you are towards the way we do our things and the things we say. but do not put me in a trap to want to talk about my people because I won't do that. I'm sorry. But that's
Thank you. Obaya.
Oh, okay. Queen made us here do me so not be with German canning to me see from Pacho. Olanyami Enshrao. I think say you have been so fantastic and sincere in all your submission about UTV. At that one man, I don't feel the show. Me baso and I'm a circle. But the person me catch on say, Krawumudie Musa. And I know, say with that, no God was going to take you far in life because it says, "Send ye we are no ye de entro ahinta no quarry." And you know, say, what person was standing for truth, especially in Africa, not Ghana only, but in Africa in general. Na eye ni pehi. Nti the ambassador me catch on the same sorry na won so show who ye, you know, what did ye mo unno mo people getting closer to you ni nyina na me show. Now I'm aware so adaho because asem we no it's more than what we see. It has more spiritual also impact and so nti no me pa chow yekoye nkoto dwanim so a ye bompa ye ka se erade.
Sorry, time as on pacho. Fakafra. Obaya sikeni.
Let's can you America. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Ola, good evening. Yeah,
good
that's the
evening.
panel support. Now, me the question is say, no, almost quite appeal. Mostly in appeal cases, you don't submit new evidences.
Yeah.
Will the marriage certificate um that will have those authentications be considered a new document? That's one question I want to ask. And then, is there any possibility that we can file a new court case with everything intact? Yeah, first case, and yeah, filing new case.
Yeah, she said the unim no yeah be a what no appeal to say my for exams in your example to say yamao exams why your exams why answer our questions no or diagrams bibia why now we examine do market I say no ahawati ti me hwe we nyina my fail exams no now so no wo pese wo call remarking to call remarking and say be different examiners amomasa almost atena so ahwe say the marking first no so yem from so a sana appeal tie it is say sana tie dia and it won't mean some may answer questions no for and I won't mean some may redesign the way I want answer questions no the wodi the why na wo san dia aba na yahwe it that is I'm sure this is the simple way of putting it. It means that you cannot reintroduce or introduce new stuff. You are only going to present what you presented at the High Court, but to a different set of judges to also look at it. That is what it means. And the second question is, can Akosua file a new case? Of course, she can file several cases, different cases she can, but she cannot file this same case again. That's what it means.
Thank you. And those asking for Ola's Momo number, please message Akoto. Mamu bisa Ola Momo number no. Pacho mo message Akoto why? Or the bema mo or the number ne bema mo. Mami enima.
Hello, good evening. Olampa Chow, good evening.
Hey, Pacho, good evening, Odo.
Mr. Chow, you're dancing. So no more. I know support out there, my mammy. Olama Samba, Kwana Campesem Bisan say, I'm so big dada. Mama, chance of appeal. No, what other platforms are saying so, or your appeal no crowd belusu. Is there any chance, Mama Belusu?
Okay, so more can say, yeah, appeal be losing. I'm not sure they are going to be the judges.
And one thing is say Ghana so no media what I know they say I don't know say be aware you can say European Union na I can state emphatically right to say European Union is Germany now so Ghana you need that way to notify Germany you need someone they no cry any Germany back into omo mo keka answer no and no before make a cry and all these issues going around no I think say even some people who are close to us as family members are being threatened. I hope say nobody's threatening you behind us and I say Bisa because
Oh,
Kofi
no, no,
Tia
no,
can
no.
be I'm in Crawford threatening no so what you say. And then last
Oh,
time we can Kofi Tia yes almost threatening.
oh. You could try to be rewind then.
So Lenya call the way name Tibium, the microphone. No. I think so when you
Sorry,
okay.
sorry, my
Why name you Lano? Still a mute you.
no, somebody is doing it. It's not me.
Okay.
Right, it's right. But I'm just saying that MCS Dr. Mane Boaman's were here on the same 13th now. So Obi sending my DM and then I went to verify. And they say it's the same 13th now.
Yeah, Dr.
Yeah,
Manibo
yeah,
Amade
it's the
no.
same 13th, yeah.
Kumasi is busy next week.
Thank you guys for
Ebe
the
me
gift.
nsane wo.
But no,
Nti
they no
yes, we
Kofodia
are
anyway.
ready.
On the no Eastern region.
Ono ni
Yeah.
jeni ye kufodua ya.
Kofuru dia 17 no, we are ready. Yeah, baga na yi nti on the 13th no la. You see us there, right?
Mate. To Adaroma.